My boyfriend's mother keeps putting an ingredient I'm allergic to in her dishes. This has been somewhat of a nightmare, so any advice would be amazing. My boyfriend is also 23, for clarity. I have a garlic allergy. It's not lethal, and I wouldn't get anaphylaxis or something from it. The problem is that I get asthma if I eat it, and it'll really mess with my digestion later. Everyone in my life knows that I can't have garlic and I won't have garlic. It makes eating out a nightmare because of how prevalent it is. So usually my boyfriend and I have date nights at our apartment and we cook for each other. But my boyfriend's mom has a family tradition, and she insists we all come to dinner at least once a month. She's a fantastic cook and usually a really nice lady to be around. But there's one problem: she wants me to come every time, but she always adds garlic to every dish. At this point, I've just started taking an inhaler and just eating the Hawaiian rolls she always serves. My boyfriend drives us and we just go get fast food right after. We've talked to her over and over again about garlic. I've asked her over and over to please not use garlic. And she says she doesn't understand how it's such a big deal because it's not like you'll die. I've tried skipping the meals, but she throws a fit and drags her entire family into it. I've been with my boyfriend for 3 years now, and I'm best friends with his sister. I'm at my wit's end. How do I get this through to her? ETA. I have brought my own food before, usually something simple like a mac and cheese. I did it twice, but both times she was angry and basically made for an incredibly unhappy evening. Update. So, hi again, and thanks for the advice. I also saw that there was already a YouTube and TikTok video on my post, which was weird, but I digress. Anyways, on to the update. To those of you who said she just didn't like me, you were 100% correct. After my boyfriend woke up yesterday, we had a long talk about how bothersome his mother's refusal to take out garlic is. He agreed that we should skip the dinner until she takes it out. Something about it still bothered me, so I ended up calling her and just bluntly asking her. She kept evading the question, saying she's just a garlic lover, that she doesn't understand what the big deal is, etc., etc. Finally, after like 30 minutes of back and forth, she finally admitted that she just doesn't like me. I think I'm correct in drawing the conclusion that she was trying to drive me from her family with garlic shenanigans, but maybe I'm just overthinking, I don't know. Anyways, I asked if it was because of my job, receptionist, my age, background, whatever, and she just flat out told me that she doesn't like that I have my septum and tongue done, and that I color my hair unnatural colors. She thinks it's unprofessional and proves that I'm too much of a wild child to date her son. Which sucks because I really like this woman, but I guess she was just polite out of courtesy rather than actually liking me herself. After I ended the call, I went to go find my boyfriend, and he basically fessed up and said that yeah, his mother was not a fan and kept basically hinting that we should break up. Mostly by mentioning stuff like my friend Jenny has such a cute daughter and that sort of thing, which hurts like hell, but I'm glad I know. Anyways, my boyfriend and his sister have both agreed to just start up a group dinner once a month. I'm going to stop going to dinners, and my boyfriend will just go without me. Update. I can officially say I've gotten the ick. This man sucks. Update 2. I'm going to break up with him tomorrow. I'm too sleepy and pissed, but I'll post an update on my profile. Relevant comments. Honestly, this is one of those situations in which you would be justified in leaving. Your boyfriend could have told you she didn't like you. He could have told you he suspected she was doing it on purpose. My boyfriend would never have me at his parents' home for food if they did something like this. They wouldn't. They're lovely people who know I can't always eat certain foods. Your boyfriend has done absolutely nothing to protect you from this behavior. You can do better, OP replied. I'll be honest, this entire reveal has left a bad taste in my mouth of, what else have they hidden? I don't know. It bothers me that he didn't tell me, and his reasoning for not telling me was that he hoped she'd get over it and he wanted to spare my feelings, which is goddamn shitty. What about your best friend? Did she know what her mother was doing? OP replied. She did, unfortunately. Update 2. We did break up. Hi. Me again. I broke up with him and basically spent the day fielding texts from him asking WTF was going on and why I was freaking out over his mom. As I said in the update, I got the ick. The more I thought about how he didn't defend me to his mother, refused to tell me about her underhanded tactics, the more I just didn't like him anymore. It was like a switch flipped. So, when he woke up, he got a call from me saying, this wouldn't work out. We had a long conversation that basically turned into him being defensive. In the end, I was firm. I also sent a text to his sister along the lines of, if you've got any questions, ask your brother. Before I blocked her, of course. It's kind of shitty that I lost my best friend and my boyfriend, but on the bright side, at least it wasn't cheating and they just suck. Thank you everyone for the advice, and hopefully I find a better man with a better family. Relevant comments. This is why I would never recommend anyone field advice from Reddit. Why in the world would you block your best friend GBF's sister because your BF wouldn't tell you his mom doesn't like you? Also, there was no real reason for your ex to tell you that his mom didn't like you. He's not going to stop talking to his mom because she doesn't like who he's dating, which is very common BTW. He was probably hoping that she'd come around to you eventually, OP replied. I'd prefer not to get served meals with something I'm allergic to. Comment. Even if it's not a severe allergy, deliberately serving someone food that contains something they're allergic to is supremely shitty and shows a complete disregard, if not outright contempt, for their health and safety. Knowing that your family is doing that to a friend or significant other and not putting a stop to it one way or another is just as shitty. Plus, allergies sometimes get worse. Then what if the inhaler doesn't work properly one time to alleviate the breathing? Comment, my ex's grandma used to sneak pineapple into the most random things knowing I was allergic. His aunts would bring a pineapple-free dish for me to eat. When I left him, he and his mom were screaming at me about how welcoming their family was, and I was like, your grandma mom literally constantly tried to poison me for 6 years. They both tried to gaslight me. Comment, I have a pineapple allergy too, and my now in-laws used to go out of their way to make sure any food they made didn't have pineapple in it, which wasn't very frequent. And I felt so bad about it, but they were always like, why we would try to make you eat something you are allergic to. Anyway, it was a big factor in me marrying my now husband. For anyone reading this and dating someone whose family doesn't respect their food allergies choices, just leave. It isn't worth the disrespect and danger. Comment. Imagine giving a shit about someone having dyed hair and piercings in 2023. Comment. I hope Jenny's cute daughter doesn't ever piss off his mama. This is a scary person, to violate and risk health and safety. In the golden age, I could imagine her as a poisoner. Comment. Why are so many mothers-in-law being absolutely horrible? Can't imagine being around such a person. The boyfriend's mother-in-law makes me roll my eyes. You want to poison someone just because you hate someone for absolutely no good reason? Well, that's a stretch. It's so crazy, too, how mothers will also absolutely refuse people from dating anyone as a teenager, and then as soon as you're 18, it's like, why aren't you married with kids yet? Like a switch flips so fast, but then a lot of those parents also need to approve of them. It's insane. Comment. When you get the ick, you get the ick. That's it. Relationship over. She deserved better regardless. Comment. Being a grown-ass man and picking your weird, overbearing mother over your partner is such an odd choice to me. Like, what are you going to do when your mom chases away every woman you'll ever love? Just start dating her? I really don't get it. We all talk negatively about people with daddy issues, and yet mommy issues are just as bad, if not worse. So this is the end of the story. Tell me what you think about these stories in the comments section. Like and subscribe for more videos.